Guys, I just wanted to give you a little intro into Google Drawing so that you can get started on your projects. So this is just a simple project. You don't have to do anything too crazy. So the first thing I want to show you is how to create a background for your Google Drawing, because you're always going to do the background first. So go to your shape tool and you're going to click on the rectangle, and then you're going to get this little circle and crosshair, and you're going to click and drag, and you're going to cover up this rectangle here. Now anything you do over here or over here, you're not going to see it, okay? So anything you draw inside, you'll see it, but if it goes off the edges, you're not going to see it. So the default is a baby blue, but I want you guys to come up with like a nice, cool, bright color. So if you don't like any of these colors, then you can go to custom and you can create your own color. So you just drag, say you want like a neon green or something, you just drag it to the green, and then you select it in here. Okay, so you can click make it brighter. If you did want it to be like a more muted color, but we want bright for this project, right? So then you hit OK, and now it's like this bright, crazy green. Okay, and so up here there's fill, and then there's border. So your fill color obviously is the filled up color, and then your border color is the border around it. So we don't want any borders around, so we're just going to click transparent. Okay, so then if you click outside, you can see what it's going to look like. So there's no border, okay, and that's what we want. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is over here is your line tool. So if you click on select line, there's all these different lines that you can try out, and I'm just going to show you two of them. So this is the line tool. So this is if you want to do something really straight, so straight lines, jagged lines, stuff like that. So I'm going to do it in here. Okay, so I click on this, so I have these crosshairs, right? And I'm gonna click and drag and let go, okay? And now I have my line. If I click and drag, see, I have to let go in order for it to stop. So I'm just gonna click and drag, let go. Click, drag, let go. Okay, so now, as you can see, I can make my jagged marks, okay? So let's say I want to make it a little bit longer, all right? Now, let's say I want to close this point up here, because see how it's like open a little bit? If I click, it's just going to draw another line, okay? And I don't want that, so I'm going to hit Control Z. So just like, oops, I went too far. Just like every other program, Control Z undos. But I want this to, I don't want this opening here. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click on Select. And this is my selection tool. And then what I can do is I'm going to hover, because I want this line. So I'm going to hover over this line till I get these two arrows. And I click on it, okay? And then I can like drag this little blue line a little bit longer. And then I can click, oops, and move it around. There we go. Okay, so when you get that red T, it means it's lined up. Okay, now if I try to move this line anywhere, it's just gonna move one line at a time, okay? And I want these all to be one line that I just move with one click. So what I'm gonna do is, I already have the first one selected. I'm gonna hold my shift key and I'm gonna click on every one so it's all blue. Okay, so all my lines are selected, and I'm gonna go to Arrange, and I'm gonna go to Group. And this means that they're all connected now. So I've got my select selected. So if I drag it, oops, sometimes that happens where you don't drag the right thing. Okay, so if I drag this, no, then all the lines drag together, so they're in a group now. And now that they're all together, I can shrink it, I can make it bigger, I can turn it around, make it sideways, okay? And then up here, I can make it thicker. So let's say I want to make it real thick, right? I can do that. Or if I want to make it thin, I can do that. Okay, so you guys are going to keep it black, but otherwise you could change the color as well. If you click here, you can change it to whatever color you want. But for this project, I want you guys to stick with black. Okay, so I'm going to click on line color and I'm going to make it black. And then I think that thickness looks pretty good. So another thing you can do is, just like in Word, if you hit Control C, you can copy it. And then if you hit Control V, you can paste it. So I could make, dang it always does that. So I could make a bunch of these.